What's up, guys? JC with the Aloha Press. I need you to do one thing though. I need you to leave a comment and subscribe to our channel because you're gonna be entered into a $75 gift card via GolfNOW presented by Aloha Press for you guys to get out and golf on us. So do me a favor, leave a comment and subscribe and watch our show and tell your friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aloha Press Show. My name is JC out here in Atlanta, Georgia, joined with my co-host Jeff. Beautiful California. Where's your mask, buddy? You need to have your mask on. You guys are like infecting the world. How's everything going?
I might put it on a little later tonight. I feel a little weird right now, though. I didn't change for this episode.
Do you want to change?
Either did you? No, it's okay. No.
Let's just get her done.
I like this gear so much. It's keeping me warm.
That's good. The Aloha Press gear is expanding. I mean, I love the beautiful plaid that you've got on. This is incredible. I'm gonna have to get me some of that.
The logo's hidden, but subtle.
That's all right. It's sometimes we need a little subtle gear every once in a while. But this is the Thursday edition. I mean, Jeff. I don't know how many more of these two a week we're going to be able to do. I mean, golf is slowly ending in 2020, but we got a major championship this week.
It's such a humongous week. I mean, 2020 U.S. Women's Open coming to you live from Houston, Texas, I believe.
It's Houston, Texas. I mean,
I'm a little worried though. Is it going to be too chilly out there?
It might be. It is Houston, Texas. You never know. I mean, last week it was a little nipply out there for the ladies, and it gets a little iffy, But addition to the U.S. Open, it's going to be televised by NBC, which is exciting. The PGA Tour is over with, so there's no excuse not to watch this particular major. I'm actually kind of pumped up about it. Major championships, I don't give a shit if it's boys, girls, or both. It's a big deal, and I think the USGA has definitely been dealt some challenging cards, and I think it's going to be unique this week. They're not having any fans, which is concerning, because a few weeks ago, the Houston Open had fans for the PGA Tour before the Masters. Which, Jeff, what does that make any sense to you, or is I'm just some dumb Georgia person now?
Nothing makes sense right now. And like I said in the earlier show this week, things are just getting worse again. So who knows? I don't expect to see fans anytime soon for anything. I mean, college football, NFL, baseball, basketball, we're going to see cardboard cutouts and fucking video boards for the next year.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it just confuses me. And it's so sad because it's sad. It's just sad not to be able to go outside and hang out and watch some golf. But this week it's not going to be different. It's going to be a major championship without fans there, which is disheartening because, at times the ladies definitely don't get the attention that they deserve. And I think fans being there kind of helps boost that morale. I think it's going to be a great event. It's going to play hard and fast. Jeff, who do you got this week for the Open?
Well, I saw you struggling to find Vegas odds. I actually found them earlier today.
Oh.
You might have to do a little digging. I'm not picking, the lady with the best odds or the lady with the second best odds, but I am picking the lady with the third best odds to win. 12-1. She might be number one in the world as well. Jin Young Ko. So all the experts say that she's got a good shot to win. I think a longer ball hitter than some of the women on the tour. So, you got to hit the ball long and straight in the U.S. Open. So that's my pick, my go-to.
Well, I mean, Jeff, why not pick the number one ranked lady golfer in the world? I mean, 2 weeks in a row, you're just picking guys and gals who are at the top of the world rankings, and I'm kind of disheartened about it. I don't know where you got the Vegas odds at. What was she at? 12-1.
12-1, yeah.
How did you even find that? It's incredible.
I don't know, but NB Park and somebody else were above her. That's all I remember.
She's incredible. She's back in the United States. She was stuck in South Korea for a long time, being anchored down in their quarantine process. But she's back in the United States with her caddy, and she's always super entertaining. I mean, she hits it a long way, and she flat out can play. I went with someone who's a little spicier, and a big fan of, just knocking people out. I don't even know how to explain her. She's Daniel Kang. I picked Daniel Kang.
All right.
She's she was featured in one of our Hot or Nots a couple weeks ago. At times she could be a little boy lookish, and then the other times she looks like a 9.5. I don't know what the rating we gave her, but yeah, I went with Daniel Kang. She hits the ball pretty well. Her wedge game is incredible, and she's got 2 victories this year. And I think she's taken a few weeks off and is really prepped herself for this U.S. Open. So.
Hey, not a bad. I thought about her. I saw her name on there. They just, my experts that I was reading about told me she didn't hit it quite long enough. So we'll see if they're wrong.
We'll see. I mean, you never know. It's going to be some entertaining content this week. The cool thing about the U.S. Open this week with the ladies is it's going to be televised, which is unique. Fox Sports gave up the USGA events earlier this year and handed them over to the NBC just because of some NFL rights or whatever. They couldn't handle it, or the budget couldn't handle it. So it's going to be televised, mainstream, live edition of ladies golf, which is unique because most of the time they are on like tape delay. If you want to watch any LPGA events, it's like at 8 at night, which is kind of disheartening. So it's going to be cool to see it during the day, battling against NFL football.
Well, that and the QBE Classic, but I'm going to give all my viewership to the Women's U.S. Open. It's getting everything this weekend.
I think it needs to, and it's cool because like they make the show every week. Like it's either hot or not, or we highlight them on the LPGA recap. I mean, I don't know a lot of golf podcasts, YouTube shows are actually doing this. So I think the USGA needs to give us a spot next year at their little U.S. Open. Maybe let us go out and play the course. Maybe a few interviews with some of the hot or not folks. Get them live on the show. Maybe they could judge themselves. But breaking news came out earlier today. Lexi Thompson. I mean, generally a fan favorite. She seems like she could probably make the hot or not segment of the show probably in the future. But she has been out without a caddy. Her caddy, Benji Thompson, actually went to the PGA Tour and is currently caddying for Kevin Chappell. And she has picked up Bryson DeChambeau's caddy, Tim Tucker, this week for the U.S. Open. Jeff, when you hear about this news, does it mean anything? I mean, Bryson DeChambeau's on this hiatus, probably, I don't know, eating small children in some third world country, to add on to his protein. But what does this mean anything to you?
It can only be a positive, I think. To bring somebody in that just got done winning a U.S. Open with Bryson. Lexi's kind of got a similar game to Bryson on the female tour. She hits it longer than everybody else. Maybe they can, bring that same style or game plan in for this week.
I just didn't know Lexi Thompson was going to have the, put the mad scientist hat on and bring someone into her camp that could mentally fuck her. It just would be mind-boggling. I mean, he's probably going to be talking about air density and fucking wind directions and 0.5% mile per hour. I mean, are they going to be spritzing her golf ball on the range? I mean, there's just so many questions I have, and I just bringing on a caddy to carry your bag and walk you through a U.S. Open. I don't know if I'd pick Bryson DeChambeau's caddy. I think he's as crazy as he is.
We'll see. I know she's not my pick and she's not your pick, so we didn't have that much faith in her.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't even know who Daniel Kang's caddy is. I know they're rather friendly with each other, but it's it's good stuff. I think it's going to be an entertaining U.S. Open.
How do you know that?
What are you talking about?
They're rather friendly with each other.
Because I read stuff
Oh, okay.
Her and her cat, they're like best friendsies. She's actually, I think her fiance plays on the Corn Ferry Tour, but they've got a great relationship. They hug each other a lot. A lot of pictures. Social media type stuff, podcast.
You always got that insider info.
It just you got your ear to the ear to the street. You're out crawling around the social media, Instagram world, and you run across some nuggets of info that I might take and put a little hot press twist on it, but you never know.
Well, I appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. But I mean, it's going to be battling against an event that you and I had no clue was even in the mix this week. I stumbled across it earlier today as the 20th year of the, I got to look it up here, the QBE Shootout, hosted by Greg Norman. 3-day event. The Shark in his pants is going to be hosting 12 pairs of PGA Tour players in a battle to win $450,000 each. Jeff, why have we never heard about this event?
Because this event is a joke. It is a reason for some lower level or no name guys to go out and find a way to get a W, to make some money. I think it's an absolute joke. I looked and I found a group to pick, and whatever, it is what it is. I just always seem to think that the lower level guys win these type of things, because if there is some big name guys in it, they don't really care. They're probably getting sponsors money to be there. They're on free vacation, whatever it may be. I'm not going to watch one golf shot of this. Actually, I don't even care if my guys win. I won't even count it a win.
How could you not care? I mean, the defending champions is Rory Sabatini and Kevin Tway.
Exactly.
This star-studded event. Don't get me wrong. You got one of your favorite guys, Matthew Wolff and Abraham Answer, just going to be battling together. Isn't this what we want? This is the uniqueness of the PGA Tour. It's not even a PGA Tour sanctioned event, but it's it's hosted by Greg Norman. It's the race charity, and they're going to give away $3 million. I don't want to say it's like it's just to fill the airways, but there's got to be a different way to raise some money, right?
Or a different week. Let the Women's U.S. Open take this week, have all the Golf Channel coverage, have all of our attention. Push this to next week. Who cares? Where are they playing it at? Probably somewhere tropical or somewhere where they don't have to worry about weather too much.
Yeah, it's going to be held down at the let's see here, at the Ritz-Carlton Golf Resort in Naples, Florida. So it's going to be a $high event. This is the cocktails and a big wiener contest when it comes to raising money, which is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. I love raising money, especially for children's cancer. Don't get me wrong. I support all charities. I'm going to have a Zoom meeting later this week about one. But the thing about it is the format. I just think any rinky-dink tournament that you throw together would make a great event on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and not take up any airtime when trying to cover a USGA event, which is the U.S. Women's Open. The first round of this thing is a scramble, okay? The second one is a modified alternate shot, which if you don't know what that means, it's essentially everyone drives, you pick the best drive, and then you play alternate shot within. And then the third round is 4-ball. So essentially it's best ball for us normal folk. It's, play your ball out, pick the best score. It's 24 pairs. It's 12 pairs. Some of the big names here is Kevin Na, Mark Leishman, Cameron Smith, Brendan Todd. Don't get me wrong, these are all guys I like. And Cameron Champ, Tony Finau. You got some big names in there, but it just seems like this event would be really cool on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, instead of, taking away from the ladies.
So with all that being said and the good press about this event, who'd you pick to win?
Oh shit! I didn't really pick anyone. Why not? Let's go with I'm gonna go with my heart and real knowledge. I'm secretly picking this pair because I want them to do horrible, which means they'll probably do pretty well. But I'm gonna go with Abraham Answer and Matthew Wolff.
Oh, you would.
To absolutely just crap all over themselves during this format. That's who I want to lose. I can't pick them to win. That's not fair. I want Ryan Palmer and Harold Varner III. I think that'd be a cool. Old guy, young guy. They both wear Jordans, so that's probably the connection why they're actually teaming up. I can't imagine HV3 actually going, "Hey, I want to play with that guy, the Bermuda champion." Oh no, that was Brian Gay. Sorry. But I'm surprised Brian Gay's not in this event either. But yeah, so I'm going with Ryan Palmer and HV3. Who do you got?
Well, they will have the best shoe game there, that's for sure, because they can wear those patent leather J's. which I can't seem to find anywhere unless they're like $500-600. But I picked fucking Mr. UPS and fucking Pink Shaft Driver Bubba. So we're going with Louie and Bubba. They were the biggest names I saw on the board. Like I question why they're there. I really don't know why they're there. Besides a free vacation. So
I think so. I mean, it just confuses me, and it's so weird. Like the pairings, like Mark Leisha and Cameron Smith, both from Australia. I mean, it's just Kevin Na, Sean O'Hara. What is the connection there? Like that's just weird. And then Billy Horschel and Brendan Todd, two of the just most entertaining guys on the tour. So it should be a fun event. I agree. I'm probably not going to watch any of this. We'll recap it in the newsletter, and probably make fun of it next Tuesday's show of our recap. But Jeff, with that being said, let's get to our favorite segment, Hot or Not.
Hot or not? Nah, bro.
Are you ready for this hot or not? Because it's not as exciting or as enticing as some have been in the past. But this is something that caught my attention, and you blurbed about it a little bit during Tuesday's show. But watching female golf or women's golf this week, I saw a couple things out there that I didn't know if I was watching the NFL or what was going on. And it had to do with some of the gear they had, the cold weather gear, right? We talked about them playing in the colder weather. I ask you, hot or not, a two-part hot or not, or two questions. The fucking beanie over the hat look, or the NFL fucking quarterback style hand warmer. The fucking like fanny pack one.
I get it, because you know what? I was at a local golf shop last week, and I'm looking at the weather gear, and I see exactly what you're talking about. The freaking hand warmer thing that like wraps in front of you like you're playing in Green Bay. I'm going absolutely not on both of those items. No one in the world should ever wear the beanie over the hat look. Okay, pick one and wear that. I occasionally wear the beanie over the hat because I'm absolutely a hillbilly. I think it looks horrible. It stretches out your beanie. It does not look good. And unless you're playing in negative 10 degrees, like there's no reason to be that warm and cozy on top of your head. Now, unless you're taking snaps and your name is Joe Montana, okay, I don't think anyone should be wearing the quarterback style hand warmer thing on a golf course. I think you're absolutely DQ'd as a golfer if you step out of your car wearing that goddamn thing. So I'm going absolutely not. Jeff, it's up to you, buddy. I mean, what are you going with?
Well, they obviously both drive me crazy. It is a big knot on both of them. I'm a big fan of beanies, but by themselves without the snapback smashed underneath, and having it push your hat down over your eyes. Not a fan. And then, yeah, unless you're Joe Montana, Tom Brady, or maybe even like one of the NFL's best punters, that hand warmer fucking fanny pack, no, you do not wear that on the golf course. Save that thing for around the bonfire if you get too cold, whatever it may be. So I'm definitely not on both of them.
That's understandable. Hey, so folks, there's your hot or not. Sorry it wasn't as X-rated as you thought it would be. We were contacted by the CDC, was advised, please stop letting people crash their cars because they are entertained too much. But
hot or not? Nah, bro.
All right, listener questions, guys. First question comes from Connor Smith via Instagram. When do you think the PGA or the USGA will have fans back?
My guess right now is at best the end of 2021.
That's incredible. It's something we talk about a lot on the show, so we won't talk too much about it. But I think this is a strong, bold prediction that the PGA Tour is going to eliminate states that don't allow fans just because their product is being hurt. So I think the soonest tournament that you'll see fans at is the Waste Management in Arizona.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Only.
All right. So this one came from a local golfer. They didn't want to be named on here. And this is kind of one of their family traditions. I've never done it, but they want to know what we think about it. And that is the Christmas morning round of golf. Most courses are closed on Christmas, but they'll allow you to sneak out with your family and play if you want to walk. Have you ever done it? Is this something you plan on doing in the future? What do you think about it?
I've never done it. We generally reserve Christmas mornings for like Santa, just because I have a small child. But no, I've never done it, and I never thought about trespassing to go play a round of golf. But I would consider it maybe this year, depending on the weather. Sure, what the hell? Why not?
All right, well, I've never done it either. I know friends and family that do something like that, but I think I'm more of a Thanksgiving Day type of guy. I'm like you know, Santa in the morning on Christmas mornings, stockings, you know, big old breakfast. Like the last thing I want to do is go walk 18 holes. And like you said, the weather might not always be the greatest.
Well, let's be realistic, Jeff, because I might have went PG on you and went the whole like, oh, you know, it's because it's Santa. No, bullshit, okay? I've hung out with you on Christmas Eve, okay? It generally starts with a family event, and then somehow we do some charity type things. We give away some bikes, do some cool stuff. But about 9:30, we always tend to head to the bar and, you know, reconvene, you know, before Christmas morning. We spend about 4 hours drinking until we are annihilated, and then somehow trying to wake up Christmas morning by those beautiful jingle bells. So there's no way I'm waking up after being hungover and going walking around a golf course, not being able to wear my beanie and hat because I just made fun of it with my family. I just don't think it's going to happen this year. So
Hey, it's not. It's not. It probably never will happen unless we stop drinking, which I don't see that in our future.
probably.
Bless you.
COVID calling it. All right. So this next question comes from Aloha Press Kate. She wants to know, what is the funniest memory that on the golf course that you and I have together?
Oh, that's a deep question to just throw out of left field like that.
Getting deep on us.
Fuck. Do you already have an answer?
Maybe.
I'll just, you've talked about this one on the golf podcast before, maybe before we started the YouTube show, but a good laugh I had and a good chuckle was when we were up at fucking Bodega Bay. And you've told the story, but I parked the golf cart in spots sometimes that you shouldn't. I don't ever think about it until it's too late. I put a little bit too much trust in my playing partners sometimes. And I parked this bitch right in the middle of the tee boxes. We were playing from the back tees, I think. And I thought there's no way that this golf cart could get hit. Well, JC fucking decided to just laser beam one into the side of it. And we had a good laugh. And I think after that, I may have started parking a little bit more safer.
I do remember that. Yes, we have told that story on the podcast before, but I nailed the shit out of that golf cart. Thank God they didn't do a great job of checking it, because I'm pretty sure I damaged a few things on that golf trip. But I think one of my favorite moments on the golf course together was probably – this is a tough question.
Did she say funniest or funnest?
Oh, funniest memory.
Okay, all right.
Funniest memory. Looking back, it's funny, but like at the moment, I realized like it wasn't funny. It was funny to me, but so we were on the 10th hole at Castle Oaks, and Jeff and I are playing golf, and this is probably 10 years ago, and I am fucking horrible at golf. I am just absolutely remarkably bad. And I'm like trying to learn and trying to be a student of the game. And I hit a chip shot, and the damn thing like checks up and stops like 8 feet short of the hole. And I'm like, how the hell did I do that, Jeff? And Jeff looks at me and goes, JC, I'm trying to break 80 right now, and I have no clue how you fucking did that. And I quickly realized like, the most important thing about your golf game might not be the most important thing to your playing partner. And I actually, looking back, I'm like, that fucking asshole. Like, now I get it. But that's probably
we've come a long way. Yeah, we've come a long way since then.
Absolutely. But.
All right. Well, I got one more. It's actually probably the easiest question we've ever had to answer. from one of our listeners, Brad from North Carolina, who I just met and hung out with this week in Tahoe. Not a golfer at all, but
Okay.
he's starting to look into it. And he saw something in your newsletter because I made him read it about leftover golf balls or what
lost
next
golf
chance
balls.
lost golf balls. So he asked me, he goes, well, what fucking golf? Oh shit. Got so excited the camera fell. He asked me what kind of golf balls we play because he's thinking, what should I go buy?
Yeah.
So what golf ball are you currently playing right now?
So in our newsletter, we I put a segment in there from lostgolfballs.com. They reached out, they read the newsletter, watched the podcast and stuff, and said, hey, like we've got this company, would love you to check it out. So I did. I am currently playing the 2018 Pro V1X 5-star golf ball. It's pre-owned, but it's at a heavily discounted price. I bought I think 4 dozen for like $90, which is an incredible deal. So yeah, right now I'm playing a pre-owned 2018 Pro V1X.
That's a solid golf ball. I'm playing my go-to, my favorite, the TaylorMade TP5X. But I'm kind of like you. I mean, if I didn't have 4 dozen of golf balls I had to go through, I switch it up a lot. I go back and forth. You might see me playing the Pro V1s. Might even try the fucking Bridgestone Tiger Woods every once in a while. I tried the Ricky Fowler TPX thingy, picks things. Those were a joke. I think it's just because he's cursed and they're cursed. But yeah, golf balls are golf balls. Once you get good enough, you got to play good balls.
I agree with you. And the thing that I realized playing some inexpensive golf balls and some high dollar golf balls is they both are easily lost. Like you could still pump 2 out of bounds and it's no big deal. Like it just fucking happens. So occasionally during the round, you might find me playing like a Kirkland. I might mix in a Callaway, Bridgestone, one of those older Pro Vs that still have like fucking dots all over it. That is probably it's not a solid core golf ball anymore. It's one of those woven ones, but yeah, we'll mix it up from time to time. But
well, hey, I don't have any more questions. You got any more?
I don't have any more questions. Let's see here.
Hey, we'll wrap it up like this. See you next week, next Tuesday. I can't wait. Hopefully I come back 2 bets richer. We didn't bet anything this week besides making our picks, but it would be our odds that we win the QBE fucking classic. One of our picks. I can just see it now. Watch women's golf, support women's golf, forget the Sharks challenge, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend. I mean, get your shopping in before you know it. Go to the Law Hard Press store and check out some of our gear. But with that being said, Jeff, really appreciate it, buddy, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, brother.